Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time and where you're listening to this news from. This is Afri's Concept TV. Another news I have for you this morning says hope is gone. Why Obi and Atiku cannot win at Supreme Court. Powerful lawyer reveals. The country is currently awaiting the next move by the aggrieved presidential aspirants after the ruling by the by the tribunal last week. Let's see what will happen. A lot of people have been saying that okay, there should be a rerun and all of that. People were talking about rerunning. The government, the tribunal has been announcing that, but I'm very much sure that the reason why they changed their mind was because something really happened secretly. Someone that should people that this case is concerned they're nowhere to be found. It was alleged that Tinubu traveled to India. And it was not present. It was not present at the court. Someone that is not present was um vindicated. Can you imagine that? Have you asked yourself this question that how come Tinubu came back again as the president, continued as the president of this country? A lot of confession came in that lawyers, the judges have come out to expose Tinubu that they were bribed. Some lawyers are saying it's a lie and all of that. Some judges are saying it's a lie that they were not bribed and that they supported Tinubu wholeheartedly, and that. But we don't know what the truth is. Now, Peter Obi says that he will never give up, that he would definitely become that president before the end of this year. Let's see how he can do that. So, according to today's news, which says hope is gone, why Obi and Atiku cannot win at Supreme Court again, lawyer reveals. Let's go into the details of today's news. It is to be recalled that the Presidential Election Petition Court had ruled in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday after his victory was challenged. The losing part has announced they will be heading to the Supreme Court again. In reaction to this, a senior advocate of Nigerian, Robert Clark, has submitted that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party counterpart, Peter Obi, is likely come back empty. Will likely to come back empty and dead from the southeast, according to what the judge says. How should I say the lawyer? The Sun said this on Sunday while noting that the unanimous tribunal judgment, which affirmed the victory of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is as fixed as anything. According to him, the tribunal's judgment was detained and thoroughly thoroughly declared that Tinubu was declared as president of the country again, and the Supreme Court had already ruled on almost all the issues raised by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The clerk who appeared on Channels TV was on the opinion that the matter does not need to go to the appeal courts. He said, "From my experience from the bar, I believe that the unanimous judgment of the tribunal is unaccessible. It is as fixed as you can fix anything. I assure you, if there is an appeal, I doubt whether anything can come out of the appeal. I doubt if the courts can upturn the judgment of the tribunal. I make this submission because almost all the issues raised from or before the tribunal had been adjudicated upon by the appeal court." He said all the matters based on law and had already been by the Supreme Court, and then therefore there was no need to appeal. The lawyer added that in Atiku's case, that points of fact were canvassed, and according to the law, when you canvass points of fact, then you must provide the particular of the part and you must provide the particulars, yes, upon which you want the court to make a pronouncement. The clerk noted that the tribunal dismissed Atiku's case because his lawyers did not provide any material of fact before it. Atiku failed to raise issues on points of law. How could he get a judgment in his favor? The lawyer says. He also added that almost all issues raised by Obi and Labour Party have been ruled upon by Supreme Court in previous times. Hence, the Supreme Court is not expected to go against a Supreme Court ruling. This is so interesting. So, viewers, you have listened to this. Are you sure Peter Obi's going back to the Supreme Court plan going back to Supreme Court will succeed? Will he succeed in his plan? That is what I meant to say. According to what the lawyer have just said, that he should stop wasting his time. Going back to the court to reappeal will cost him a lot, that the court will not even listen to him. So viewers, what is your take on this? Your comment concerning this news would very much appreciated. Don't hesitate to drop your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button